same thing as yesterday with the exception of a few. Okay, so don't try to work ahead because you're probably not going to know how to do the few that I am going to do on the board. Okay, so how do we find a total sum of the polygon? N minus 2 times 180. Okay, what does N stand for? The number of sides. Okay, and how many sides are on this one? Jared, put that up.
5.
Yep, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5 minus 2 times 180. What's 5 minus 2?
3.
3, so it's really going to be 3 times 180. Okay, and so that is, what is 540?
The total sum.
Yeah, it's the total sum, okay, of all of them put together is going to give us 540. And so on this one, they want us to solve for x, okay? So we're going to have 100 degrees plus 112 degrees plus 113 degrees plus 117 degrees plus x degrees equals 540 degrees. Okay, then what would our next step be? Yeah, add up all the other ones. So the 112, 113, 117. Okay, and so for all of these put together, okay, you're going to get 442 degrees plus x degrees equals 540 degrees. Okay, 442. Yep, so you're going to say minus 442 minus 442. So I got x degrees is really 98 degrees. Okay, so that's like just like one that we did yesterday.
You just put 98 on the x, right?
Yeah, you can. You can put a 98 here on the x.
Alright.
Okay, so go to number 3. Okay, go to number 3. And my thing printed sideways. I couldn't fix it, so. Okay, so we're given a polygon, and then this one, it's got a line hanging off of it, okay? I'm looking at 3. And it gives us an x and a y. We need to find an x and a y. Okay, so we know the general formula, how to figure out what does it equal a total, and how do I do that? N minus 2 times 180. Okay, and what is going to be our n on this case?
4.
Yeah, it's 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's going to be 4 minus 2 times 180.
So it would be 2 times 180.
So it's going to be 2 times 180. Okay? 360. So we know that the total is going to be 360. Okay? Now, I will ask you this. What is a straight line? How many degrees is a straight line?
180.
Huh? It's 180. I can't hear you if you talk super quiet. Okay, so it's 180 degrees. Straight line is 180 degrees. So we have x on here, and you can't really tell what x is, and we need to find the y.
What about the first one?
We're not doing that one. Well, you guys aren't going to do it in a minute. So in order for us to figure out the 1, we have to solve for 1. Okay, so this one, you know that this plus this, so 110 plus x should equal what? It's a straight line, so it should equal 180 degrees. So how can I figure out what is x?
Minus 110.
Yeah, so you're going to say 180 minus 110. Which is what? 70. So you could fill in the x and say, well, we know that x is 70. Okay, so we can put a 70 here. Now, so now on the inside of our four-sided figure, I have 112, 70, and 88, and y. So now could you figure out the way that you used to? Yeah, you could. Okay, but you can't do it with 2. Okay, so if you have an x and a y, something's got to get solved first. So go with what you know. Okay, so you can say, and now it's gonna work out the same. 112 plus 70 plus 88 plus y equals 360.
Then what do we do when we minus 360?
I gotta add all those things up. So 112 plus 70 plus 88, which is 270. So I got 270 plus y equals 360. Okay, and then we're gonna minus 270. So I got y is 90. Okay, so if you look at 3, which one should you solve for first? And you can put a y here, okay? So, and Sammy, I'll explain you the picture in a little bit, but which one should you solve for first in that one? The y or the x? So, you know it's how many sides? 5. Of the inside, how many variables are there? If you're looking at just the inside of here, how many variables are there? How many letters?
5.
Letters.
1.
1. So you can solve for y first because there's only 1 missing. Just like here, there was only a y missing after we found 1. But if it looks like this, and it was an x and a y, then you have to figure out some other way because there's 2 missing. But when there's only 1 missing, you guys know how to do with 1 missing. That's what we've been doing for the last 2 days. Okay, so if there's just 1 missing, you always do the inside one first. If there's 2 missing, then you have to solve for a different one first. Okay, so put yourself a little note maybe on that one and solve for y first. Look at the next one. It says the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is blank, where n is the number of sides. Okay, it wants you to write the formula in there for how do you figure out the sum of a polygon. Okay, I'm not asking you, you fill it in just a minute. Okay? And then go to number 8. Not right now. No. Okay, go to number 8. Voila. Okay, so number 8. Okay, how many sides are there?
What the?
There's how many?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7 sides, so how can I figure out the whole sum? 7 minus 2 times 180. So it's going to be 900. Okay, so our whole thing equals 900. Now, just because there's lots of letters and numbers and stuff on there, don't get it all mixed up, right? You know the general formula. So you take this plus this plus this plus and equal it up to that sum. So your equation should look like 135 plus, and work your way around, 5x minus 4 plus 7x minus 64 plus 120 plus 6x minus 8 plus 4x plus 15 plus 3x plus 31, okay, equals what? What does it equal?
That's so long.
Okay, I'm just asking.
900.
900. Okay, you guys, you get all wrapped up and you look at it and it looks complicated, and so you're like, oh, I don't know. You do know what you're doing. Okay, it's 900. Okay, go through and you can put all the x's together, anything with an x, and all the numbers together. Okay, so on your calculator you can type 135 plus negative 4, plus negative 64, plus 120, minus 8. So I'm just going through here and putting, you're going to put everything with the blue together and do that. I'm not doing it for you, you do it. Jared, what are you doing? You better not be on that game. So help me, Jesus. Okay, so go through and add all those up. Trevor, what are you doing? Then you ask for one. Don't make everybody else do the work. It's your work too, so you just thought you were going to copy for free? What'd you guys get? I did not get 233. That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. You could be right. That's a lot of numbers.
I got 329.
Jared, did you type them all in?
I'm retyping them.
What'd you get?
I don't know.
What'd you get?
233. Yeah, I know what you're saying because there's subtraction.
You just say plus, so you'd say 135, or you could say minus 4, or you could say plus negative 4. It's the same thing.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
I got 225.
That's what I got too.
I got 225.
So where is this your whole equation? So 135 plus negative 4 plus negative 64
I got
plus
220.
120
Just do
plus
135
negative 8
minus 4 minus 64 plus 120 plus
negative 8
Oh. We got 1.
I thought mine
plus
Minus-
15
I got
plus
228.
I got 225.
Okay, so 225. So 225 for just the numbers. Go through now and put all the letters together. So a plus 5, plus 7,
675.
plus 6, plus 4, plus 3.
I got 25.
Hmm?
Oh, crap, my fault.
25 what?
That's
25x. So you say plus 25x. And what does this equal? 900. Okay, so now how do we solve this? We're solving for x. What needs to get moved first? I got 225 plus 25x equals 900.
On the 225?
The 225. So how do I move it?
Minus.
Minus 225 minus 225. Okay, so I got 25x equals 900 minus 225.
675.
675. And then what's our last step?
divide.
Divide by 25. So x equals 27.
That's what I got.
Okay, so although the problem looks pretty complex, it is really just a lot of adding and subtraction. Okay? I know.
Man, this is complicated. This has complicated. It's complicated.
Okay, go back to number 1 on your sheet. Go back to number 1, and I want you to start at the front of the packet to make sure you don't accidentally skip any. Okay? Go back to number 1, and the rest of the problems are yours. Most of them are just going to be like what we did yesterday, okay?